An honor to be here. I'm Regina Bailey, and on behalf of the Mayor and the Iowa City City Council, thank you for inviting us to read the proclamation from Iowa City. I'd like to thank Access to Independence for organizing this event and recognize Keith Ruff and his leadership year after year in making sure that we have an ADA celebration. Thank you very much, Access to Independence and Keith. This is the City of Iowa City Proclamation in recognition of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Whereas the Americans with Disabilities Act was passed by the United States Congress on July 26, 1990 to prohibit discrimination against people with disabilities. And whereas the organization known as Access to Independence wishes to make known to the general public the importance of this act. And whereas people with disabilities, mental, physical, or emotional, are individuals in and of themselves and need the respect and support of others if they are to become independent and self-supporting. And whereas the City Council wishes to express support for the efforts of the members of Access to Independence, now therefore Matthew J. Hayek, Mayor of the City of Iowa City, Iowa, does hereby proclaim July 18th through the 24th of 2010 to be Americans with Disabilities Week, and urges all citizens to become aware of and support the intent of the Americans with Disabilities Act and the independent living philosophy which dictates that persons with disabilities will take control of and manage their lives. I'd also like to recognize at this time Mayor Pro Tem from Coralville, John Lundell, who has a few words of welcome from Coralville, Iowa.
Thank you, Regina. It's an honor to be asked to come up here and say a few words on behalf of Coralville. I wished I had a proclamation to read, but everything that Regina just spoke on behalf of Iowa City, it certainly it falls true for Coralville as well. And it's just a great opportunity to celebrate the Americans with Disabilities Act today. It's such an important piece of legislation. It's something that I've appreciated. Years ago, I used to be the transit manager of Iowa City Transit when the ADA was signed. And I remember working with many of the individuals that are here today, and they were just great to work and try and get the provisions enacted with the transit system. So just thank you so much for coming out, and let's celebrate this act. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure and an honor. I'm delighted to be here. My name is Georgina Dodge, and I'm the new Chief Diversity Officer at the University of Iowa. And the 26th marks my 1 month anniversary here in Iowa City. So I moved here not quite a month ago. And since I've been here, I have found people to be incredibly kind and incredibly welcoming. In fact, one of my neighbors even brought by some cookies, at which point I texted back to Columbus, Ohio and said that I think I moved to Stepford. This is almost frightening. And I have another neighbor who is actually here in the audience today, DJ, who is mowing my grass for me. So this has been an incredibly welcoming and wonderful place to come to. Wave, DJ. So this has been an incredibly wonderful place to come to. I felt very welcomed, and I want to make sure that that welcome is given to all at the University of Iowa. And there is a lot of work to be done, even though we are celebrating a 20-year anniversary. 20 years sounds like a long time, and it is when you think of things like marriages. However, 20 years is actually a very short time in many ways, and there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of accessibility. And I just want to assure you that the university is very aware of this. And I also want to let you know that you'd be surprised at how many people behind the scenes are honestly concerned about this issue. Since I have been here less than 1 month, I have attended at least 2 to 4 meetings every week focusing specifically on campus accessibility, whether it be the physical infrastructure or web access or student accommodations. So there is true concern and true awareness. And in fact, one of my staff members is here in the audience, and I'm going to embarrass her a little by pointing her out, Tiffany Earl Stevenson, who is a lawyer who focuses on these issues and is going to be working with me to make sure that we make the campus as accessible as it can possibly be. So again, I'm honored to be here today. I'm delighted to be in Iowa City amongst you, and I thank you for the welcome that you provided me. And I would like to congratulate and thank the organizers of today's event. Have a great day, everybody.